On this last piece, we're going to do pricing model, pricing structure, so that the components can be moved and edited, and it's just nice to have pricing structure, but having them be in components. So we're gonna make these white and just have a little fun in this background. So what I'm gonna do is pull a photo in, get it kind of big. 8. Okay. And what we'll do is we're going to just duplicate this for sizing purposes and go to solid, and then we can move this behind. So we'll say this is back and move it. If you can look way on the bottom left, you can see here's the back, and we're going to go dark on this one, and we're going to change the image to, let's try soft light. Yeah, so that's kind of fun, and you can even blur it and do all sorts of stuff with it. So on top of this, so I like to group these and say back and then lock it sometimes if I'm working on top of there. But we will throw in our grid, and we'll do a set of 3, 3, and 3. So we'll get this lined up. All right. And just making up as I go, so bear with me. So what we'll do is we'll have a light, like a pro, and well, maybe light, regular, and pro. So what we'll do is figure out the colors just really quick, thinking about what might be the strongest, and medium. And actually a lot of times they have like the light and regular and then the pro in the middle with that's a little bit bigger. So we might just do this gray. Yeah, just for the heck of it, we're gonna try this out. So we'll put this in here, and we want it to span the entire thing because we want a drop shadow. So I dropped it already too far. So here's the pricing back. Okay, we're gonna do the effects, Bootcamp button drop, and we're gonna break that, and we're gonna do it a little bit bigger. So we'll do like a 14 and make this really dark so you can see it. Way too dark. So then we'll drop this back to 50. Okay. So we'll say light, and we'll keep these, we'll break these and make these a little different. We'll go bigger but thinner. So we want to center the text and thinking about stretching and spacing. So we want to have, whoops, as much spacing as we can for the other pieces. And I think what I want to do is go small actually, and we'll do 24, not 224, 24, and then do the pricing right here. So we'll have the price, and then let's say it's $29 a month. Actually, that's a lot. So I'll just say 9 a month. And we want this to be big, and this one to be light and small. And so one thing we can do is work on the alignment with this, is set it to where it will be superscript, or the position of it to be higher. I don't think we need the slash. I want this even bigger. 56, 64. There. Okay. So we got light, and we'll just grab this line. Oops, and again, it threw it up there. Gonna come back down. Yeah. Okay, well, it's gonna make us go all the way through. Not sure why it's not working with this. Okay. I'm gonna make this really subtle. Let's say like 20%. Too subtle. Oh, this is 100 there, but pass through is 20. Okay. Okay, so this is $9 a month. But what's fun now is actually we can pull this backdrop down and make this pass through a little bit so you can see the background. So I'm going to do 75%. Okay. And now we've got like a list, kind of like a bulleted list, but let's just center it and say like, actually I have some Latin over here. Grab some of this. Center it. Let's do 32, 30, 24. All right. So we're going to space these by 24. All right. And see, you can see this is centered, and that's fine, actually. Or we'll leave it like that. It kind of looks nice. Although we want to buy it now button, so we'll space a little bit better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. And so now we can come back to our button, copy it, paste. Buy now. We can shrink that a little bit if we want. Okay, this is super simple, but you get the idea. So now we're going to make this, ding, 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 a component. So we need this back, pricing back with all this other stuff. Got so much stuff going on, I need to clean it up. Where'd our button go? There we go. One of the things you can do too is select all the items if you're having trouble and group it. Call it pricing, and then we're going to Option Command K and make it a component. We're going to duplicate this, take it out. Wow, that's a pretty crazy drop down there. So we have our pricing and our master. So what we're going to do now is snap to the columns and take it out. And what's kind of cool is we can hold Option and make this a little bit bigger, like that. And we'll say 80, whoa, 19 and 14. So we'll say Pro and Business, just for the heck of it. So this is what's so nice about components, is you can just quickly change the elements, see what works. Colors here are a little crazy, sorry. And you can even change your buttons on the fly too. So, well, I hope this has been helpful and you understand how powerful components are. And I look forward to seeing what you guys create. Thanks. Some of these pricing areas, I added an image, but I don't like it, so I'm going to delete it, and it deletes it throughout. Some of these items will have, this is the best value, or kind of a ribbon that showcases, hey, look at me, which obviously we would do on this Pro one. That and I'm usually, it's kind of like the cheaper version, it's like the middle version. So we'll do we'll swap this and we'll say Pro and Business. Okay, so how do we add something in here that we don't want on the other two? Same thing, we just go back to the master component, and this is the header area. So some of this design might be not the best, but it's more just to show you, hey, this is what we can do. So what I'm going to do is make a ribbon, and I will mask it. So we'll just call this ribbon and make it white. And then we'll bring it down into this header area, and what we'll do is use as mask too for this section here. So we're going to duplicate the header and call this mask. I'm going to group these together, and I'll call this mask too as well. Then I'm going to say use as masked, and then this punches it, so you can see, you know, that it's going to, whoops, this ribbon can move within that mask area to what you want. So we can throw like one of those effects on here, so the button drop that's pretty subtle. And let's go ahead, and we want to mask this since it's text too. We're gonna put let's see, best value. Okay, we'll do condensed and regular, and do it pink. So we got, I'll match the angle of it. And this is what's cool about vectors, is you can just stretch it, and since you already have your mask set up, then you just have to move it to where it works. And we'll just give it a little bit extra room, and I already grabbed the hot icon. So I'm gonna cut it, go back to the ribbon, paste, and now you see it's in here. It's not exactly a 45, but it's okay. So we'll just say that's that. And I think you can go like at a direct, by holding shift, go to a 45. I just wanted a little different angle. I think this is 30, maybe something like that. So, okay. So now we have the best value, but we know that all three aren't the best value. So all you have to do is come into here and hide the mask. And hide the mask. So what happened here? This is a shifting thing for our components. So what we need to do is go into our mask. And one thing that we can do that might help is just to say that this is right, and then top. And so you can see it jumped that's the best way to do it, is just test it. If you need to, sometimes you need to make this a component. You can't do it inside a component, so you can drag it outside, make it a component, duplicate it, and then drag it into your pricing. We didn't need to do that at this time. There's some more complex structures that need that, so I don't put it in there if we don't need it. So that's the component section in a nutshell. You can get into pagination, which is, with the triangle and the number set and the active state all in one component. So now that you have the tools, I hope to see what you guys build. Thanks. Yay, you're done. I hope this class has helped you showcase how you can work with components, how easy they are to edit, and nice shifts. If the client hates something, you can shift quite a few things at the same time. So I'd love to see some of the projects that you guys come up with, more so not projects, but components, and maybe even some pages that you built out using this class format. Thanks. Hope to see you in the next class.